What spell do you say whenever you need to summon a top?
Spell?
Yeah. Do you have like an incantation for all your candles?
Get up, get up, get up. Usually I'm talking to myself, and then I smack it.
You summoning a top. You guys remember Jackie Chan Adventures? We were just talking about this on Twitch the other night. It got real weird. Follow us on Twitch. It's lit.
One more thing.
Yes.
Hi. Does your candle still burn strong?
Yes.
It's candles. So I'm gonna ask something brave yet controversial. Is it in poor taste for us to literally do a candle episode after I talked about being burnt out?
Yeah. No, it makes sense actually.
I just realized
As long
that.
as you don't talk about being snuffed out.
Oh God, no, not this. It's not that kind of. Hello, welcome back to
What's Safeword?
I'm Amp,
I'm Miss Christopher.
and today we're gonna play with fire.
Yeah, and not get burned.
I will hopefully. Ow,
Or maybe get burned.
It's
really hot.
It's lit. Literally. Literally.
Oh my god, it's so funny.
Daddy's burnt out on the jokes. Hi, hello, welcome back to normal content. This week we are talking about wax play, or just temperature play in general.
Which I enjoy a lot.
Yeah, why?
Anything that causes a sub to go woo! And today we're going to celebrate getting over burnout by treating ourselves to some wax play.
Yeah, I figured today we could do like a little bit of spa treatment, you know, get our hands done and like some massage oils. But in the tune of and to talking about the safety and just situations that can revolve around wax when it comes to kink and sex. Now, I've used wax in the bedroom before, Daddy, have you?
Yeah.
And
It's fun.
we're done. Okay, episode over.
So wax play is just the art of dripping wax.
Whether it's on yourself, on a partner, or on multiple people. And it is playing with temperature play, but also sometimes gets a little bit into edge play because it is a painful sensation that can also stimulate and entice and make you go, what?
Woo!
No, Kelly Clarkson.
And it's the temperature play of the fire. It's hot. So like one of the things I like to do when I have a tied up sub is before wax play, I'll put the candle underneath their genitals and make them sit there and just contemplate what's about to come.
It's fun and different in that way, and it's one of those more versatile kinks because you could literally, like you said, just use the temperature, you could pour the wax, or you could even use the wax if there's specific oils in it as like a massage sort of thing. So it is therapeutic in a way, and today we're gonna cover the safety, how to use it, maybe show you on our lovely
Bottom?
Daddy, I've got a whole spa treatment planned for you.
I like the spa treatment part, but
this is consent, right?
it depends on if you're gonna do the pulling out the nose hairs.
That's
like
not
last
a no.
time.
That's not a no. There will be no nose hair pulling. Although, when it comes to wax play, it should be noted, always use safety, prep yourself, put some oil down so that it's easier to get the wax off, and avoid super hairy parts because
It sticks to hair. Woo!
Kelly Clarkson.
and instead of getting a
Woo!
you get a
Ow! 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 Ow!
and I figured what better way to start the conversation than to get out some wax that is not only used in spas, but will help us just get into that good, like, therapeutic mindset.
Yeah, because not all wax is good wax for dripping.
Oh, and we'll get into that. But first, let's talk about a good wax. Paraffin.
Paraffin.
I barely know her.
Isn't that a band?
And so today, Daddy, I actually took the time, I prepped this lovely paraffin bamboo.
I love it. Why is it purple?
Well, that's just the color of it. I didn't ask for it to be purple. And I'm just gonna set a little spot here with our plastic wrap.
Oh,
so
good.
that we're
You're gonna
making
prep
sure-
the ground so you don't get wax all over Daddy's dungeon. I feel like I'm about to do a scene at Red Lobster right now. So I did this up at boot camp with a boy, and I had a ladle and literally ladled the paraffin all over his body.
Oh, and you layered it?
Yeah, and then at the end, I was able to grab it and peel it off, and it was molded to the shape of his butt.
Oh, yeah. And that's the great thing about paraffin wax. Like, as I'm dipping it there, you can kind of see that layering that's happening. But there are a few different kinds of waxes that work best and are body safe. So for instance, I see right here, actually, you have your black leather jacket soy candle.
Yeah, I do.
Soy and paraffin are going to be some of the best wax that you can use for wax play because it burns at a lower temperature and it's generally body safe in a way that's not going to harm your skin.
So do you ever remember, were you ever at a wedding or something as a kid and there were candles on the center table and you were so bored you started putting your fingers in the
Oh,
wax?
absolutely. So of course the first thing to cover is going to be the temperature of the candle. Again, soy candles are great, paraffin is wonderful because those both tend to range between 110 to 130 degrees when they burn, which is totally body safe. And then there's like beeswax and Ceratin candles, which actually burn at a much higher elevation of like 150 or even sometimes more depending on the type of candle, which is bad and should be avoided and it's not safe for your skin. So Daddy, I would love if we stuck your hands in here and gave you a nice little layer of paraffin so that you can just relax.
Ow! All the way down?
One hand all the way in at a time, yeah. Spa treat, spa.
Ow! Woo!
How fun!
You got the reaction.
So how are you feeling?
Woo!
So what happens when you use wax play and temperature play is you're actually bringing all that blood to the surface, you're invigorating the skin, so
Woo!
it is much more sensitive. But you can also get some nice therapeutic effects as well. In today's episode, we're just trying out some different types of wax play. How are you enjoying it so far, Daddy?
It's once I get past, this is like putting your feet in a hot bathtub that you know is gonna cool down in a little bit.
Okay, bring your hand up. This is more fun. I get to paint it on. Isn't this fun?
Yeah, sure.
It looks like you just jizzed on your hand, and I kind of like that effect about it too. Sorry. Anyway, and actually when it comes to like pooling candles and like why you want to avoid anything that's scented is because the oils that they put into and the chemicals they put into those candles are not safe to burn and then put on your skin, and they burn hotter.
They burn hotter. Scents always burn hotter.
So if you're smelling real funky after the gym, you're much hotter, right?
I don't think that's how it works.
No, that's how it works.
Only on candles.
Okay, we got one hand down.
All right.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Jenna Marbles, eat your heart out. She actually did a video once where she just did a spa day and she turned her fingers into candles.
I've invented a thing that's never existed before! Happy birthday to...
What is with the plastic? Why do we do that part? I've never done this before.
This is part of a paraffin wax treatment. And for added humiliation, this also came with nice little gloves. This is meant to keep your fingers
You had to
warm.
get the pink ones.
Well, this is just how it came, but I love the little yeah, nice. Okay, next hand.
Oh God.
And actually, just a little shout out to Jenna and Julian. They just got engaged the other day. Aren't you excited? Me too. Me too.
Am I gonna have like the hands of a 21-year-old when this is over?
Yes.
Wow.
Or it's gonna look like your hands just got by a 21-year-old. On the body, there's actually different pressure points as well that wax will just affect differently. Like, did you know your elbow's super, super sensitive to heat?
I did not. Let me see. Do my elbow.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I want to see.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, that feels hotter.
Oh my god, could you imagine this on your face?
Happy birthday.
Nipples are really good. Genitals, really good.
But when it comes to the genitals, you do want to avoid putting it inside the genitals or doing it on the genitals without consent, because that is a very sensitive area.
Yeah.
And of course, you also want to avoid your eyes, like any splashing. And piercings are actually really bad too. You want to avoid those unless you have express permission to do it, because that'll not only like take the heat, but it gets inside the body a little bit. And if it's not fully healed, you absolutely want to avoid it.
Okay. Can I cause an infection?
Yes.
Okay.
It might burn a little bit too.
Well, everything burns.
My best masterpiece.
If it doesn't burn, you're doing temperature play wrong.
I feel like Bob Ross. I'm just gonna put a little bush over here and a little bit of wick over here. And if you tell me what about that little wick, I'm gonna kill you. Didn't Bob Ross like threaten people?
I don't know.
Beat the devil out of them. And that's where you take all your hostilities and frustrations.
Okay, fresh and sealed.
ASMR. Ooh, yeah, paraffin me, daddy. Paraffindom.
Pay me.
Don't you feel more relaxed, daddy?
Sure. Yes.
And if you're looking to really heat it up in the bedroom, today's sponsor, Allform, is going to be able to help you turn up the heat with maybe something like a love seat. And what is Allform? Well, they are a sister company to Helix, who has been a sponsor for us almost a year now, I feel like.
Yeah.
And they make modular sofas and chairs that are American made, easy to assemble without tools, stain resistant, and incredibly comfortable. And no matter how you spend your time, a sofa is integral to a living space. So I'm especially excited that we're partnering with Allform today.
They've got many different love seats and sectional options that you can sit with your lover or old flame.
Maybe you could find your perfect match. And what's really great is the sex sectionals.
I got it.
Can all be personalized for your space and style with over 500 unique combinations depending on how many seats you want, if you want corners, ottomans, or pillows, making it easy to find furniture to fit your space your way. Or maybe you're starting small and looking to grow later with your furniture, just buy a couple extra pieces and you can always expand down the line.
Or you could just make a nice little love seat, which is what we got, and we put it together in a matter of like 15, 20 minutes.
With 2 seats in a teal color and walnut legs. And shipping is easy. Because Allform ships directly to you, you get great prices for the premier materials and you get them quick. If it makes you nervous to buy new stuff, Allform has a 100-day free trial, so you get more than 3 months to make sure you love it. And if you don't, they'll pick it up for you and give you a full refund.
And even Daddy was able to figure it out.
Oh my god, they were so easy to put together. I didn't even need the instructions much.
You can put the sofa together in as little as 15 minutes. It took us about 20 because somebody wasn't following directions.
You barely need the directions.
But we technically did need the directions after we... Yeah.
You know what's so great about Allform is when Daddy doesn't read the instructions and they make it so simple to take apart and do it right. How hard is that?
So whether reading, relaxing, lazing around with your daddy, or just getting pushed off the sofa, check out Allform and visit the link down below at allform.com/watt for 20% off any sofa of your choice. Thank you again, Allform, for sponsoring today's episode.
Whee! Please check them out because they make our episodes possible because YouTube
Doesn't. Yeah, I got it.
And also, Waxplay just has a lot of almost auditory things to it. Like, that just kind of excites you, doesn't it, when you hear that sound?
Because I think someone's lighting a cigar. Don't light the microphone on fire. I like that sound because I'm into cigars, so the lighting of that cues me that cigar sex is about to happen.
Yeah. And so I like it because it reminds me of, like, you know, taking a phone call, 420. But it also reminds me of Waxplay. So when you're getting your Waxplay ready and you're finding the right candles to use, there's generally 2 kinds of candles that you see a lot of. And that's the tapered versions, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then anything that you can pool in. So a big like Tom of Finley candle like this. Smaller candles. Yeah, thank you, Daddy. You're doing great. Or even we have some soy-related massage oil candles. So these ones you burn and then you can drip, but they're also useful for massages. But Daddy, and you were saying this earlier, whenever you're dripping something onto the skin, you have to be really careful. Why is that?
Because the closer you are to the skin, the hotter it will be. So especially if you have a tapered candle like that, the wax is very hot coming off of the flame, rather than a pooled candle like this, which the candle wax is starting to cool.
Mm-hmm.
So if you know that it's hot, start high and go low.
The higher to God, the closer to safe wax play, you know, like that, like they say. And it's especially important when you're looking for candles and choosing something that you do read the labels. So for instance, this one says it's soy, that one says it's soy. We know that these are safe because we bought this from a sex shop. Ask questions, but also be inquisitive and make sure you're getting the right kind of wax because you don't want to burn yourself.
You know what's not good? Those IKEA tea light candles.
Oh, Jesus.
Way bad. Don't use those.
Do you know why?
Because you have to put them together yourself.
Burn it, delete it. No, because those have inherent hot spots. Because of the different ways that those are built and just the inconsistency of the burning, you get a lot of hot spots that are inconsistent. So you're gonna burn yourself so much easier if you're not careful. But as you can see here, don't burn your...
I'm trying to get the wick to go straight.
So once I get this lit, I'm gonna give it a sec just to start burning and then get well above the skin. 1 to 2 feet is what we recommend, especially with the tapered who tend to burn a little bit hotter. Then we will angle it down.
Are you sure that's high enough?
That's fine. Oh, well, any higher and I'm gonna set our microphone on fire. And then we just start waiting for the dripping to constantly go down. Here we go, you ready? Ah!
Woo!
Ah!
Woo! See, it works.
And then you can just slowly start to encourage it with a little bit of tapping. You can adjust your height.
Ooh! Ow! 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 Ow!
How's that temperature, Daddy?
It's actually pretty good. So it is like scalding hot for a split second as it hits.
But like any kink, you're going to want to build up. So you're not going to start full close, but you can slowly get closer if you want to include a little. Oh, or Daddy could get himself closer. Oh my, Daddy, you're going to hurt yourself. And what I like about candle and wax play is just you can kind of artistic. You can get, okay, watch it. I'm trying to keep you in the middle of the camera. Please.
I'm keeping you on your toes.
As you can see, Daddy likes it, so he's getting closer and closer.
Candle wax is lots of fun in the bedroom.
And what you could do is you could tie someone down and then tie the candle up, light it, and just have it slowly work away. So long as you're watching it and making sure you clean up and set your space, and also are always careful about fire, because obviously you don't want a candle to fall over and you don't want to leave that unattended.
Yeah, never leave the room if you've got the candle up the boy's butt and it's dripping.
No. Like, for instance, these candles are all fake. Ow. Although the dripping
Are you
is
hurting
real.
yourself?
I wasn't expecting it.
All right, you're good.
Okay, and then we're gonna slowly tip it up and blow it out. That wasn't too bad, was it? Are you blowing your skin?
No, it did. It feels good.
And then there's pooling candles, which we've got some nice small tin ones, but you can also get them in the glass bottles.
Wait, pooling? I just ate. Do I need to stay out of it for an hour?
Everything's better down where it's wetter, Daddy. Take it from me.
So I think of pooling because pooling, you have a big volume of wax hitting you at once. If you think about it as in like flogging and single tail, when you have a tapered candle, it's a drip, drip, drip. That's more of a stinging sensation. When you have a pool of wax hitting a vast amount of area at once, it's more of like a thud.
That's a good way to put it. So should we test out the thing versus the thud with your other arm?
All right,
Okay, you ready?
pool me. Did I put into this office pool?
You're about to. So with pooling, what I like about these little tins that you can get, you can literally just kind of work it around and get the wax to a nice consistency. And then again, 1 to 2 feet, 15 inches is recommended, and you just go to town.
Ooh, see? And that wasn't as bad of a sharpness as the taper was. You could even go closer if you wanted.
And I can control it. If I want more, I just tip it, or I can stop. Where the other candle's a bit more inconsistent because it's just burning. And this one you just get a nice constant drip, 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 drop, drip, 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 remix. I feel like we should have a song about candle play.
Yeah, I feel like you should go closer.
Even closer?
Yeah.
Oh my
And
god.
because when the candle wax pools on your skin, because it's such a vast area, when it cools down, it also covers it with a barrier. So the next wax that's coming on top and layering on top, not as hot.
And it should also be noted, as you're doing this, you're gonna wanna tilt your candle the other direction so that the candle on the inside burns a nice little pool. You're literally making this tiny little pool inside your candle. Oh my god, Daddy, okay. Oh, ow, 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 ow.
Oh. I'm sorry,
Ow,
is the candle wax
ow,
hurting you?
my bondage. But as you can see, it is very messy. Oh my god.
It is messy.
So let that dry.
This is a good activity to do on rubber sheets, on outdoor spaces, not in your bed linens.
No. And once you've tested out the candles and gotten them all done, and again, make sure you test the candle on yourself before doing it to someone else, which I definitely did before this. Then comes the fun part of taking the wax off. And Daddy, you had an opinion about that, right?
Yeah, so with taking the wax off, it's easier if the wax has gone on to skin that has been pre-oiled with like baby oil or something. So it's easy to pull off.
But just because the wax is already dripped and maybe your flames have gone out does not mean that the scene is already over. What can you do after this, Daddy, to kind of spice it up?
You can rub your hands over it and try to peel it off, and that's gonna pull hairs, and that's gonna be like, and it's gonna fly all over the place like snow.
You can even scratch it off if you want a nice sensation, but do keep in mind, the candle's bringing all that blood to the surface and making your skin tender, so just be careful not to do too much, and make sure you're communicating. How is this?
Oh my god, so good. Ow, ow, ow! You can also use a flogger, you can whip it off, and that gives you something to target practice on. Uh-oh. Oh no, what did I say?
On the top. Oh, it's working.
It's really fun for the top, actually, because it gives them something to look at and try to achieve.
Target practice.
Yeah.
Bam.
Come on, I thought you were a top. Hit it! Harder.
Ow.
We're gonna be here all day at this
Hey,
rate.
it is flaking off. I see flakes.
You're a flake.
Thank you.
But the absolute best way to get wax off is to jump in a warm shower. And the warm water will help it peel off naturally and go right down the drain.
Yeah, because sometimes the wax can be a little much. And see, this is all dried, but the peeling is not as effective or as fun as I would prefer.
Like you, the wax can be a little much.
So Daddy, let's peel your hands off. Let's see your newborn fingers while we go over and just recap safety concerns that revolve around candle. Oh, and oh, First of all, make sure you read your labels. It'll say soy, or it'll say something along the lines of like body safe or paraffin. Get it from a reputable sex shop of some kind, or maybe go online.
Oh look, it all just peeled off.
Ew. Ew.
Actually, that feels good.
God.
The cool air to my skin right now feels really amazing. Yeah.
Oh.
I'm being reborn. This is better than Botox. My skin actually feels very moist and delicate.
See, I told you you'd get a nice spot treatment and no hair pulling. Beyond that, avoid beeswax, because that is not good for wax play.
That is the worst wax you can use.
Prep your scene for the wax so you're not making a huge mess. And it's fire. So what happens to fire, Daddy, if you don't, like, watch it?
Burn!
Ah!
Rages!
Fire!
It's out of control!
It's fire! Obviously. Avoid body hair and make sure that you have some water nearby so you can not only hydrate, because temperature play can really invigorate the body, but have some ice nearby or even some burn pads just in case you accidentally go too far with your candle.
Well, that's also great with temperature play too, so you get them hot and cold, hot and cold.
Like a Katy Perry song. Finally, please reference this chart right here, which tells you the exact temperatures of different kinds of wax that you can burn and which ones to avoid. Remember, soy and paraffin are going to be your best friends. And beyond that, just have fun and communicate. It can get messy, it can get hot, but it can be a different kind of play that most people don't really think about.
Actually, another thing to consider is the color of the candle and the candle wax going on. Sometimes if you drip it, you can make patterns on their skin using colors, so it's like painting. Sometimes, like if you use a red candle, it looks like blood, and that might not be something you want it to look like. Sometimes if you use a black, it looks like leather. And some will discolor the skin a little bit.
Yeah, so what happens if you have a rainbow candle?
You have all the colors of the rainbow.
I can paint with all the colors of the wind. Are you having fun over there?
I am. I'm scraping off my wax.
Did you, as a child, did you like put Elmer's glue on your finger and peel it off?
And eat it.
Oh. But please do play with safety and let us know if you try it out. This topic was actually something someone specifically asked for on Patreon. So thank you again to our patrons for this idea. And if you want to see more wax play, maybe we'll do some more serious stuff on Daddy with.
I've got plenty of pictures. I will put those up on Patreon. How's that?
Regardless, thank you guys for watching this week. I hope you learned something, and leave a comment down below of what you want us to talk about next time.
If you like ringing bells, ring bells.
And follow our Patreon and our Twitch streams, which go on 4 times a week. But regardless if you're getting lit or doing the lighting, always have a safe word. And today's safe word, Daddy, is
Wicked.
because just you and I defying gravity
With hot wax.
with hot wax. Never.
Burn us down.
It's lit.
You're lit. Woo!
Well, not yet, I'm not. Okay, Daddy. Now let's put some more on. Ah! And we'll see you guys next time on What's a Safe Word.
Bye! Ow! Ow! Woo! Woo! So I was actually in a movie. They had to take off the shelves. They used red candles, candle wax, and the authorities thought that it looked like blood in the end scene, and it was too gory. True story.
That is ridiculous. Almost as ridiculous as how this feels. Wait, so where does that movie live? Can we watch it?
You can. I have a copy. If you want it.
Movie time. Paint me like one of your bukkake girls.
Did you say bukkake girl?
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to say that.
Okay, guys, welcome back to my makeup channel. Today we are burning our faces off. Bye.
Bye.